I'd like to call this meeting to order of October 3rd, 2023. We do have a couple illnesses tonight. Board member Dr. Yenyo and Dr. Rios are ill. May I have a motion to excuse them?
So moved by Sophia.
Second, Sue.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Roll call, Danielle, please.
President Mr. Beach,
Present.
Vice President Mrs. Say,
Present.
Clerk Nishii,
Present.
Board Member Mr. Noyola,
Present.
Board Member Mrs. Yu.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, report out on closed session items. This evening, we will be discussing the following items in closed session. Public employee discipline, dismissal, release, evaluation, one matter. Conference with labor negotiator, update on negotiations with ABCFT, AFSCME, and CSEA. Anticipated litigation, conference with legal counsel, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to Government Code Section 1 matter. Clerk Nishii, are there any public comments?
I do not see any.
Okay, may I have a motion to move to closed session?
So moved by Sophia.
Seconded by Noyola.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. motion?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 4-0. For those of you in the audience, welcome. Please silence your cell phones. Closed session report out. Tonight in closed session, the board discussed the following: public employee discipline, dismissal, release, evaluation, one matter; conference with labor negotiator, updates on negotiations with ABCFT, AFSCME, and CSEA; and anticipated litigation, conference with legal counsel. Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, I would like to welcome the students from Carver Elementary. Come on in, please.
Good evening, President Beach, Vice President Se, Clerk Nishi, honorable board members, Superintendent Dr. Zitlow, cabinet members, and ABC community. My name is Dylan Doyen, and I'm a sixth grade student at Carver Elementary. I'm excited to be here this evening with a few of my fellow Carver classmates. Representing Carver and reciting the Pledge of Allegiance this evening are Sadie, Anabia, and Arav. Accompanying us are our wonderful leadership teachers, Mrs. Duarte and Mrs. Gandhi. We also have our principal, Dr. Jimenez, and our assistant principal, Mrs. Fleming here.
My name is Sadie Nieto, and I will be reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand, face the flag. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. My peers Anabia and Arav will now share a bit about Carver Elementary.
Good evening, my name is Anabia and I'll be sharing some exciting events about Lille with you. In the beginning of the year, we had a blessing from the Chinese Foundation and Taiwanese University through a lion and dragon dance. We also recently had our lunch on the lawn with over 800 guests to build community and unity with our school and families. This month, we will be celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, October 9th, and Filipino Heritage Month on October 23rd through assemblies. Dr. Jimenez also talks about different cultures during her morning messages. Our sixth grade class will be presenting a mystery performance at a school-wide event on October 31st. We would like to formally invite the board to attend.
Our amazing LEAP program has brought a variety of new visual and performing art programs. Recently, LEAP has brought us epic art to teach us a lot about art history, and then we get to participate in related art activities. LEAP has also brought in STEMbots and an after-school theater program. Finally, Lille is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. We will be hosting a celebration in the spring. Our amazing principal, Dr. Jimenez, along with our theater and band teacher, have created a school song to honor what Lille represents. Every Friday, we have a Roar Rally where we sing our school song, highlight students of the week, and award our Spirit Lions to the classes that showed the most spirit. Thank you for your time. We would like to provide the board with our first published copies of our school song. We would also like to open the floor for questions from the board.
Thank you, sir. I'll bring it back to the board. All right, Clerk Nishii.
Oh, okay. So, the great thing about Lille is it's arts, it's academics, it's parents, it's everybody working together. It's a community, it's a culture that doesn't say, oh, it's just study, study, study. It's enjoy school, love life, sing, dance, play, and then guess what? You're going to love to study as well because that's all part of the culture of the school. It's you and your parents working together with the principal and with the entirety of everyone, including the custodial staff. Everybody is part of your success. You're going to do some great things. I just have great hopes from Lille and all of our students, but particularly with the arts is where we imagine the great things in life. We have the math, and that's important. but art enables us to imagine things. And so from you and from your team and from your parents and from this community, we expect great things. So thank you.
All right, Board Member Suyu.
Thank you, President Beach, and thank you, Ms. Jimenez, and Leo students and parents, and just taking your time to dress extra nicely and with your confidence and your posture. It was a great presentation. Thank you.
Vice President Say.
You also got one of my favorite principal there, who used to teach in Nemus. Now he went to Leo, and I'm supposed to be there to meet you again, Principal Jimenez. And I know you're definitely, under her guidance, you guys will grow faster and will be way smarter, and then had a bright future for you. Congratulations. Thank you, Ms. Jimenez.
Board Member Noyola.
Thank you, President Beach. I just also wanted to congratulate you and echo my other school board members and say you guys look like future leaders already. So congratulations, and thank you to all the parents who came out tonight, and especially thank you to the administrators and the principals here. Thank you guys. Congrats.
I just wanted to say to you four students, great job. The speeches were excellent. Some of you had them completely memorized. I'm very impressed. And if any of their parents are in the audience, could you please stand and be recognized? You all did a great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, presentations. We have some recognitions this evening. Whitney High School 2022-2024 National PTA Schools of Excellence designation. Dr. Zitlo.
Thank you. This evening, we're going to be honoring the Whitney High School PTA. They have earned for their school the School of Excellence designation from the National PTA. They have been recognized for their work in developing strong family-school partnerships and helping to improve the overall school community. And they have truly grown in their impact that they're having on students. And so we're going to bring out the PTA family parents who are here, and we'll have them share a little bit, and then we'll take a picture with our admin also from Whitney here this evening.
Thank you so much. Mr. President Brad Beach, Sophia Tse, Dr. Gina Zillow, Ms. Suju, Mr. Francisco Noyola, Mr. Ernie Nishi, and Ms. Danielle, thank you so much for the opportunity. We are very happy to honor the ABC School District, most of all, because last year we were able to submit the application through the National PTA website, and the way we did it is we engaged more parents to the school through the PTSA. And with that being said, you can see over there that only 27 PTAs are out of the more than 40,000, but these 27 in the state of California, no other PTSA near ABCUSD district. That's great for us because we are unique. And well, it's an award for our beloved school because we really love our administrators, especially Dr. Stoffers, Dr. Andrea Chancel, and our dean, Miss Andrew. And it's really an honor to be part of the Whitney High School, and we all together do this. So this is for us, for ABCUSD. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Why don't we have everyone come up to the middle and we'll do a picture?
Yes.
Whitney admin, please come up.
I just don't want to forget that we brought a Martinelli for everybody to celebrate.
I don't. Do you want me to bring this? Just leave it here. Okay.
I just don't want to forget something. Very quick, please. October is the Principal's National Month in the United States. So we brought a present to Dr. Stoffers, to Dr. Andrea, and to Miss Andrew. Thank you so much.
This is for you, Doctor.
All right, Clerk Nishii.
I just wanted to say my
Thank
daughter
you.
was blessed to be part of two great schools in our district, Leal and Whitney. Conveniently, they're both on the same night, so it's just amazing. It's an amazing team. It's a community that really builds this school. It's not just the students and tests. It's they really. My daughter still has a friend from Leal, way back when. It's something that is going to grow into her character into the future. So you guys are doing a great job, and it's all part of the community and everybody working together. That's it.
Vice President Say.
Well, I think most people, staff from Whitney High School knows me very well. Actually, I was the PTA board member before, and my kids graduated 2003 and 2004, and really made a huge change of the education, made a huge change on my kids. Just it's because most of the time I always say PTA. The parents are the leading the program, and then we lucky we have wonderful staff and our principal, especially I call it Tuesday, because I know since middle school before, I always highly look upon her. She made a lot of change since she took over the position. I can see it's getting more stronger on your PTA, and I want to thank you too, leading this today and kind of let us know more about what's Whitney High School. And thank you again, the teacher, the staff, and our parents for your wonderful support and leading the highest high school in the United States. I want to thank you so much.
Board Member Noyola.
Thank you, President Beach. I actually got the privilege of visiting Whitney High School today, and that's actually where I met the PTA president. And they were out there recognizing the nutrition services staff. So I just wanted to give a shout out because they do make the community at Whitney High School feel like a family. So, and I think that's because the parents are just as involved as all the other educators. Thank you.
Board Member Suyu.
The winning parents and winning students. And I want to say thank you to all of our district staff and our, principals and educators for attracting best parents and families to our district and really just providing such an excellent education and partnership, parents, teachers, and students. So thank you very much. And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. I just wanted to say one last congratulations from this entire board. This is a wonderful designation. We're very proud of you. I was PTA president for 2 years at Nixon, and I know all the complaints that you hear. I know all the hard work that you put, and it's all for the students. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Carver Elementary School 2023 National Blue Ribbon School Recognition. Dr. Zitlo.
So at our last board meeting, I was able to announce that Carver Academy had been named a 2023 National Blue Ribbon School. Since that time, we've received notification from the U.S. Secretary of Education, Dr. Miguel Cardona, who invited us not only to the award ceremony in D.C. next month, but just shared that the school's intentional work on collaboration with parents, families, the community, to make sure we're caring for the overall aspect of our kids and their learning, their well-being, their education, is what has made them be set apart as a school that is deserving of being recognized as a National Blue Ribbon School. And so his letter went on to say that their practices serve as a model for schools across the nation, and we're so pleased with that. So with that, I'm going to ask Ms. Berlin if she would please introduce her team, and then we will recognize you and do a picture.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous, a little emotional, but President Beach, Vice President Say, Clerk Nishii, esteemed members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Zitlo, cabinet members, the ABC community, this is such an incredible night for us, and I say it's all of us. As you know, we are a Title I school, so we're the first Title I school to receive the National Blue Ribbon, and it's such a proud moment for all of us. And I will tell you a story. First of all, these are my amazing teachers, because if they weren't here and working as hard as they do every single day with our kids, the National Blue Ribbon would not be ours. But in 2012, we received our first California Distinguished School, so 11 years ago. And when we went to the banquet, we were sitting there and we saw the National Blue Ribbon. And my teacher said to me, "Debbie, how do we get that? We want that." And I said, "Well, it's pretty tough because we're, a Title I school. And so in our district, it's only our non-Title I schools that have received the award." And they said, "We need it. We want it. We're going to do it." And here we are 11 years later. It took us a little while, but we got it. And we're so proud of everyone who has been a part of this National Blue Ribbon. Thank you, board members, for always supporting Carver, because without you, we couldn't do what we do, what we need to do. This is just the beginning of our journey. We have more to do, but we are so proud of this moment, and I want to give everyone a big round of applause, because without them, we couldn't have done this. Would you like me to introduce each teacher? Okay, as we go up. This is Miss Nam. She is a second grade teacher. Miss Nam, why don't you go to the stage? Because we're going to take pictures. She's going to love me later, I want to tell you. Miss Natalie Navarro, who is our assistant principal. Miss Abigail Machado, our parent liaison. Megan Suarez, our kindergarten teacher. Mi-Young Cho, our third grade teacher. Miss Doe, our transitional kindergarten teacher, Tina. Danielle Sun, our first grade teacher. Mr. Tang, our third grade teacher. Mr. Lee, our fourth grade teacher. Miss Okazaki, our sixth grade teacher. Mr. Rejon, our fourth grade teacher. Miss Yang, our teacher on special assignment, our intervention specialist. And Miss Aguirre, who is our EL PD person who works with our EL students. She is also our fifth grade teacher.
All right, Ms. Berlin, please join us for a...
Oh, and I guess I didn't introduce myself. I was so excited. I am Deborah Berlin. I am the principal, and so proud of this.
All right, Ms. Berlin, before you leave, we have a few board comments. Vice President Say.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
But I also want to give this credit to one of our former board member, Ms. Beezer, sitting right there. She was very supportive of your school at the time, I believe 2012. Thank you, Celia.
Absolutely.
Ms. Berlin, I just wanted to thank you for the tour around your school for the cluster day. We had a nice conversation, and what a motivational story. I mean, the work ethic of your teachers to see that ribbon and go for it. I'm inspired, and I want to thank all your teachers and staff for all their hard work. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to move on to our next presentation. This is the Teacher Induction Program. Dr. Frazier.
Thank you, President Beach, and esteemed members of the board, Dr. Zietlow. It's my honor, actually, what a great night to be here and being able to present on a night where we have so many celebrations. So I'm really excited that I can continue the celebration. What I'd like to do first is really bring up with me tonight our program coordinator for our induction program, Miss Stacy Hamagiwa. So if I can bring her out. I just want to personally thank her. She does so much work for the program. It's vital work that we do to help support our beginning teachers in their process of getting credentials. She does so much behind the scenes, so much out in front to help support and run the program. So we just want to give her a big thanks to start us off for this evening. I remember when I did my beginning teacher program, I felt like I had a binder that was like this big, so I'm just glad that it's like in digital form now and that they don't have to carry around a ginormous binder. But basically, we partner with our county, with LACO. They really run credentialing programs and professional development for new teachers. They serve 22 school districts, one of which they partner with us. And really help our eligible teachers and support them through the process of clearing their California credential. And so tonight, last year we had 23-24, we had 54 candidates and 32 mentors. So that's quite a bit of candidates that like I said, that Stacy helps coordinate and that our mentors really help support and provide so much guidance through that process. So I would like to also at this time have all of our mentors stand and be recognized for the hard work that they do. And they really just provide so much opportunity for our teachers to call on them when they need support, all the way from the very first day that they start the program and all the way through to the end for the 2 years. And so we thank them a great deal for their commitment to not only our teachers that are in the program, but also the school district as well. Because tonight really is I keep hearing that theme of partnership, and I feel like that's what they've done for our new teachers. So thank you. Tonight, we're so proud to recognize our candidates that have finished the program. They finished back in May 23, and so we have 15 of them here tonight. We had 34 in total, so 15 were able to join us tonight, and so we will call their names up and have them come up and be honored. But to start us off, we thought it would be a great idea to have a couple of our inductees speak tonight. So I'd like to bring to the podium Mr. Anthony Quintero from Willow Elementary and also Mr. Stephen Jenkins from Artesia High School.
Good evening, President Beach, members of the board, and Superintendent Dr. Gina Zillo. My name is Anthony Quintero. I teach second grade at Willow Elementary. This is my 4th year teaching in ABCUSD, but I've been an employee for, I want to say, over a decade. I started as a paraeducator. I came to preschool here, so I feel like I never left, a product of ABC Unified. For the next few moments, I would like to share briefly with you about the teacher induction program over the past 2 years. I had the opportunity to work and collaborate with my mentor, Brian Valdez, a kindergarten teacher at Elliott Elementary. During our weekly meetings, Brian and I engaged in a conversation about weekly lessons and how that would look like for the both of us. Brian asked me to look at our weekly planners together while drinking coffee and tea at our local Starbucks. We decided that Wednesdays after our staff meetings would work best to meet, so we did. We would meet for 1 hour on a weekly basis from 4:30 to 5:30. My mentor created and established a routine so that we would stay focused and on task. First, he would welcome me by saying hello and shaking my hands and sometimes even giving me a hug, which made me feel like a sense of support and belonging. Then he would ask me about my week and overall well-being. Brian would ask me to share my comments and concerns that I had, and which would allow me to have an open space for communication. He would also remind me about self-care, to engage in activities outside of professional duties to clear my mind and come at ease. In other words, to practice mindfulness. So I started golfing. After feeling at ease, we then dove into our work. We would look for tools that would further assist us in becoming an effective teacher that I am in the classroom today, allowing for my students and myself to persevere in all areas. We discussed types of instructional strategies, and I received emotional support when I found myself in challenging situations. And so after ending year 1 of induction, my mentor and I decided to keep our weekly meetings for Wednesday as year 2 approached. I would like to share with you all one specific instructional strategy that my mentor assisted with me during year 1 and 2 of induction that I had no idea where to start. Excuse me. That was developing and implementing daily 5 workshop centers for small group instruction. Considering that our goal this year is for small group instruction, what better way than to implement daily 5? In order to get to that point, I had to observe small group instructions in action. Therefore, during Module 2 and 4, I decided to observe a veteran teacher who had already trained their students and embedded the daily 5 centers. After having observed what that looked like in the classroom, I reflected as a professional educator about how it would look and work in my classroom for my second graders, which then led to training my students by building stamina via reading and to self for a minute, then 2 minutes, so on and so forth. It also consisted of a lot of modeling I do, you do, we do. Sorry. As a result, daily 5 centers allowed me to successfully run small group instructions, which is vital to promoting literacy, development, and independent readers, which we know is very important. With that, over the last 2 years, my mentor has helped me to grow tremendously as an individual and a professional educator. When I first started the program, I was nervous, like many of us were. I didn't know what to expect. Then when I started year 1, I quickly learned how effective the tools were to assist me in growing as an educator. I began to have a positive outlook on our weekly meetings. Anything my mentor and I discussed, I would take back into the classroom and implement immediately to observe my students and to see how we would adapt, therefore make a positive change. I would like to thank the ABC School Board for this opportunity to participate and to continue funding the program. I would also like to give a big special thanks to my mentor, Brian Valdez, who works tirelessly to ensure the success of ABC Unified School District teachers. I would also like to thank Stacy. I would like to end with a quote by Maya Angelou. Do best until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Good evening, board. Good evening, board, President Beach, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Gina Zitlo, and my fellow colleagues. My name is Stephen Jenkins, and I teach 9th through 10th grade SDC math at Artesia High School. This is my 17th year employed by ABC Unified School District, 13 years as an SIA, and this being the start of my first year teaching. I would like to read something before I get started. This is from the superintendent's office. Schools for 21st Century Learners mission. The mission of ABC Unified School District is to develop a community of lifelong learners, creative thinkers, and responsible individuals by providing innovative and high-quality educational programs in a safe and supportive environment. As I look across the room, I see the future of ABC primed to motivate the next generation of responsible, creative thinking, lifelong learners, all made possible through this positively impactful program we call induction. Whew, we made it. I made it. Congratulations on a job well done. Okay. In my humble opinion, I believe we all have been coached and mentored by some of the most talented and dedicated educators on planet Earth. To all of our mentors that are present, and for those that were unable to join us tonight, thank you. We thank you. The support I receive pedagogically, mentally, emotionally, and at times physically, like with donations of classroom decorations, was a blessing to say the least. Miss Robin Nelson, my 2-year mentor and someone I consider friend, prepared me to, as I previously mentioned, motivate the next generation of world leaders. Because of our work history over 17 years, day 1 of induction was all systems go. Robin began to unpack my thoughts, goals, aspirations, strengths, and weaknesses. From there, we were able to be on one accord, which catapulted my growth to become the most effective educator ABC Unified School District is renowned for. Week after week, we collaborated on multiple California state teaching practices, affectionately referred to as CSTPs. We felt were crucial to my teaching style, building community strategies to assist with relationships, classroom management, personal development, and at times we just had friendly conversations on two of our favorite pastimes, golf and vacationing. She let me vent on failures and successes that I may have experienced during the current week, which allowed me to reflect and be honest with myself for the benefit of my students. After the first few weeks, I look forward to scheduling our next meeting. I began to feel as if I was meeting a family member rather than a mentor or coach, and this made all the difference moving forward week after week. Ms. Robin Nelson, your insight, your guidance, your support I'm speechless. I thank you. It will forever be greatly appreciated. Thank you, my friend. As I reflect, I can recall two impactful strategies that prepared me for the work needed to motivate my students, and that worked wonders for class management and content acquisition. They were individual relationships and community building. Through these two strategies, I have learned how to meet each student at their level and collectively as one class family unit to prepare them for academic success. We all are aware that the California state standards, curriculum building, district protocol, and site campaigns are not going anywhere. We are also aware that we are the individuals that need to navigate and master these areas. But the common denominator in all that for me was relationship and community. From my first year of teaching, my class and I adopted the motto, we all must Maslow before any student can bloom. That was the foundation Ms. Nelson and I built on each week, ensuring all students were ready to receive the curriculum for the day, and week after week, the data reflected positive effects on students and their academic success. These results were achieved simply by loving students as learners so they can become better versions of themselves. One quick story to validate our thought process. During year 2 of teaching, year 1 of induction, I had a student that would not speak to teachers or peers. She would communicate through written notes, and once she received an answer, she wouldn't respond, just simply nod and walk back to her desk. Her grades weren't great, but they were enough to pass. No friend group and a not so great home life. Her anxiety and shyness were off the charts. After 1 year in my study skills class, where we implemented relationships and community, she became comfortable and confident within herself enough to try out for a campus drama production and receive a major speaking role. She then obtained a job at Food for Less here in Hawaiian Gardens, made friends, and most importantly, graduated with straight A's. She is currently thriving, doing well on her own, attending Cypress College, fully capable of financially providing for herself and living a productive life. This is what we do here at ABC. We produce greatness. And again, this is largely attributed to the induction program. In conclusion, I would like to graciously thank the ABC Unified School Board and District for your continued support and funding of the teacher induction program, and for the opportunity to participate in this essential program. I would also like to thank Ms. Robin Nelson for all her wisdom, warmth, and dedication to excellence. To all the mentors, thank you once again. To my colleagues, we can all agree that the induction program was invaluable for us and future educators, largely in part due to the experience, wisdom imparted upon us, and the knowledge gained that has prepared us to shine the only way ABC Unified School Districts know how. So, I ask, no, I challenge all of you to implement the nuggets we have received from our mentor coaches and shine so bright that our so-called unmotivated students will be inspired and motivated to learn, achieve, and succeed at whatever they put their mind to, and become the individuals they were created to become. Let's shine, ABC. Let's shine. Thank you.
All right, thank you again, Anthony and Stephen, just for a small glimpse into the impact that we have in this program and the capacity that we continue to build with our educators. And teaching and learning just doesn't happen with students, it also happens with our adults and our employees. And so congratulations to all of you. So at this time, we are going to call our candidates up for their certificates, and I'm going to turn the mic over to Stacy. President Beach, if you could come down too, so we could help me pass these out.
Okay, our first person we'd like to recognize is Amy Aguilar. Where is she from? Willow. And Lisette Castillo from Hawaiian. I'm going the wrong way. Guillermina Cervantes from Juarez. Kevin DeSandro from Whitman Elementary. Victoria Duarte from Leal Elementary. Flora Funes from Ferguson. Iris Hahn from Whitney High School. Elizabeth Duska from Artesia High School. Stephen Jenkins from Artesia High School. Paul Kim from Cerritos High School. Amanda Marie Lopez from Artesia High School. Karina Lopez from Nemis Elementary. Anthony Quintero from Willow Elementary. Marvin Rajon from Carver Elementary. Virginia Sandoval from Haskell Middle School. Danielle Sun from Carver Elementary. Helena Yu from Stowers Elementary. And that's it. And I think Nicholas Casada was coming. I don't think was able to make it. So thank you again. Congratulations. Let's give them a round of applause.
Squeeze.
they leaving? You gonna say anything while they're here? All right.
Vice President.
Hello, please don't go. To the new teacher, I am a teacher too, but I do want to let you know, August 8th, that we had a, what do you call that, teacher professional learning, summer teacher professional learning. One of the speakers, he mentioned is mindset. He said, it's most important what you want to be is not what you want to do. I think that huge difference in there, and we are the cost. You are the cost. I am a teacher too. We are the cost. And Stephen was absolutely correct. You know, what do you want to be? A compassion, a support, a guidance to the kids? Or you want to do, I want to do this, they have to all get an A, they have to be graduated. I'm asking you, is your mindset set to what you want to be, not what you want to do? And I know for sure you're guiding the perfect, beautiful student graduate from our school district. In the future, they're going to be, maybe one of them become a president of the United States. And you should be proud of it. Pat your shoulder and say, that was my student. I want to thank you so much. And I want to thank you, Stacy, for this wonderful program. Once again, congratulations.
Clerk Nishii.
I'll be really quick because I think they're already left, actually. But you know what's really important? You are in your classroom, but you have all these principals here and all of us here and all of us around you. You have a whole community that supports you. You guys are just this amazing example of, you know, what success is. It's not just where you are now, it's how you get there and how you continue to be an example to all your students. You know, I just love how you've grown through our school district, and you're going to be, I have very good, great expectations for the future of our district and our community because of you guys. You guys are on the ground doing the work, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
To all you teachers that are still here, I want to say congratulations, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you do for all of our students. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll move on to approval of the agenda. May I have a motion to approve the agenda for the regular meeting of October 3, 2023?
So moved by Sophia.
Second, Sue.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Approval of the minutes. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of September 19, 2023?
So move.
Second by Sophia.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion
Aye.
passes.
Abstain.
Okay, one abstention, 4-0-1. All right, Board of Education President's report. I have a few things to report out. First of all, I attended the department's PAL retreat, and it was really great to see all of our staff and administrators working together for the future leadership and strategic planning for our department. I know a lot of good things come out of those meetings, and I want to thank everybody that attended. During the past 2 weeks, I visited Haskell Middle School and Fetty. We shot our 30 and 30. I believe Fetty will be coming out soon. Had a great visit, wanted to thank the principals there. And I also attended Bellflower Unified School District's new STEAM Center building dedication. Absolutely beautiful building at Mayfair's campus, and I want to thank them for inviting me to that. Okay, Superintendent's report. Dr. Zietlow.
Thank you. Well, since our last meeting, I too have been very busy. I attended the PAL retreat. I wanted to thank President Beach for being there, welcoming us, and participating in our initial activity around building community agreements together. The second part of our day was spent in a World Cafe activity where we did some initial input and brainstorming around different aspects of our district and the teaching and learning program and how we work together. The goal with that is eventually to make sure we have a relevant mission that's moving us forward, and belief statements, and then a strategic plan that will allow us to do the best for our students moving forward. September 22nd, I did a half-day visit at Ross Middle School to all classrooms, and then that afternoon I was able to do something I enjoy, which was sit at a girls' volleyball game and just let them do all the work and let my brain take a little bit of a break. That evening, I was able to go to the Gar High School football game. And then on the 25th of September, I visited our state preschool program at Ferguson Elementary School and had a lot of fun with the little kids singing about my day and tying shoes. That afternoon, we had a meeting with our extended cabinet, and in that process of meeting with some of our principals, our equity officer, and our cabinet members, we began to review our student needs and the various areas of the LCAP, since we will be building a new LCAP for the 24 to 27 school years, and so our focus was on attendance that day. September 26th, I attended the State of the City of Artesia, and then that morning I moved into a superintendent's leadership series through the LA County Office of Education, where I was able to engage with other superintendents in the county on different aspects of leading. Then that afternoon, I met with President of ABCFT, Ray Gare, and spent some time that afternoon finalizing plans for our community showcase this Saturday at Artesia High School from 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So if you haven't planned to come, please do. There's a lot of great things that will be there available, workshops for parents in the morning, as well as a showcase of all of our schools, as well as a college and career fair for students. And so please come out and join us. That afternoon, I then met with our student board representatives to review our agenda for the meeting and to see if they had any items they were wishing to give comment on or cast votes for. The 29th of September, I then participated in the Artesia High School football game. It was their homecoming. It was a lot of fun. October 1st, I attended the gala for the first annual gala for Sajas. And they were a key partner for us and came and did a lot of work in providing different opportunities for vaccinations as families wanted during the pandemic. And so we went to their event. And then yesterday I participated in a training by our attorney on the Public Records Act requests and making sure we are up to date and staff is aware of how to handle those. And that has been what I've been doing.
Thank you, Dr. Zietlow. We'll now move on to our student board representatives from Whitney High School. We have Alex Cheng and Eunice Liu.
Good evening, President Beach, Vice President Say, Clerk Nishii, distinguished board members, Superintendent Dr. Zietlow, cabinet members, and community members. My name is Eunice Liu, and this is Alex Cheng, and we're both from Whitney High School.
First, we would like to congratulate our 18 semifinalist students who qualified for the National Merit Scholarship with their exemplary performance on the PSAT. We are also excited to announce that a total of 5 AP teachers at Whitney have a 100% AP pass rate for their students. This means that all students in these teachers' classes pass the AP exam. These classes include AP Chemistry, AP Calculus, AP Spanish, AP World History, and AP Literature.
Whitney's high school ASB has also held a multitude of events since school started. New student orientation, Hello Dance, pep rally, and more. New student orientation took place on August 11th, the weekend before the school year started. We welcomed the new 7th graders and incoming freshmen to our campus, giving them tours, performances, and demonstrations from our cultural and STEM clubs, and presentations on school dances, sports, and events. This day was a great success as it was a time where many new students met their peers for the first time and formed new friendships with their group mates and counselors. Our Hello Dance, the first dance of the year, was on September 8th. The theme for this event was Phineas and Ferb. ASB created 2 murals relating to the cartoon, hung fairy lights, and invited a DJ to increase school spirit and community. We also held our annual lip sync competition. All 6 classes coordinated 5-minute dance performances to songs of disbanded groups, referencing the Phineas and Ferb quote, "Dude, we're getting the band back together." The whole night was full of cheers and excitement.
We also have 2 events coming up this month with Clash of the Classes and Red Ribbon Week. Clash of the Classes, which is titled May the Odds Be Ever in Your Favor this year, is themed around the series The Hunger Games and is being held on October 20th. The event consists of a multitude of fun competitions between classes in order to build a sense of unity and increase class spirit as they come together to support their class representatives that are competing for class spirit points, which could accumulate throughout the year. Within Red Ribbon Week, we are currently planning to focus on bringing an understanding of the importance of drug awareness and education. We believe that Red Ribbon Week is an important time to promote drug and alcohol safety while promoting the mental health of students. Within ASB, we've instituted a new system separate from our typical committees that come together to plan our larger events such as New Student Orientation and Hello Dance and Pep Rally. These squads are 5 groups that consist of approximately 10 students that are each specialized into different categories. These squads, Fun Squad, Decoration and Social Media Squad, Campus and Community Squad, and Spirit and Sports Squad, are each led by a member of ASB Cabinet. The overarching goal of these squads is to focus on the relatively minor things throughout the school, such as activities during lunch with the Fun Squad, fun memorial posters on the walls around campus with the Decoration and Social Media Squad, supporting of our custodial staff yesterday, which was National Custodians Day, with the Campus and Community Squad, and finally, a promotion of our wonderful sports teams that work extremely hard throughout their season with the Spirit and Sports Squads.
Whitney is currently in the process of applying for a California Green Ribbon Award. In addition to this, Whitney's College and Career Center has had visits from representatives of top universities, including USC, Brown, Loyola Marymount, Chapman, West Point, and more. These representatives spoke about their colleges and gave students the opportunity to ask direct questions and learn more about the application processes. Yesterday, we had Boston University and Tufts, and tomorrow, Whitney will host a visit from a Yale University representative. We are also excited to announce that one of our seniors, Isa Albanali, was interviewed Monday morning on Good Day LA because he is the author of a children's book, The Not So Special Fish, which is currently the #1 children's book on Amazon. Whitney is also determined to highlight the different cultures and backgrounds we have on campus. During Hispanic Heritage Month, our Spanish Honor Society and Association of Latin American Students hosted lunchtime activities and club events to celebrate Hispanic culture. In addition, on August 25th, we had a lunchtime Chinese cultural performance demonstration of dragon boat and lion dancing by a local Chinese organization.
It is a pleasure to share all of the events happening at Whitney with the board and the ABCUSD community. A special thank you to board member Noyola for visiting Whitney this morning to see our students, staff, and parents. We will continue to highlight the many accomplishments our Wildcats make as the year progresses. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful evening. We would love to hear any comments or questions that the board member might have.
Thank you very much. I'll bring it back to the board if there's any comments or questions. Board member Suyu.
Eunice and Alex, well, you guys had a very, very great presentation with really loud and clear voice. And also congratulations to your accomplishments, academic accomplishments with your APs, and just in addition to all your academics and all the leadership and activities. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Clerk Nishii.
Yes, I reiterate that, but I also have a question. What is a Green Ribbon Award?
That would be direct.
Uh-oh.
So I can share a little bit. So there are a number of categories in which you can apply. Last year, Bragg won one for their work that they've been doing with their lunch activities and reduction of trash and reducing like the bottle recycling. So I'm not sure what their project is, but it will be a project something like that that they would apply for.
Thank you.
Vice President Say.
I'm always happy to see Whitney High School to be here. Reminds my kids. I took some video for you parents. I don't know you mind or not. I took some shots when you do your presentation. I thought really good because when you're in high school, most parents will not come. You just go yourself and do it, and then go home pretending nothing happened. But I think your parent will be very proud of that. If you don't mind, I'll send it to you. I'll send you to parents and let them to see it. They'll be very proud of you guys in here, standing here, and in front of the adult and your principal, your vice principal, all here to watch your performance. You guys are wonderful.
Board member Noyola.
Thank you, President Beach. I just want to congratulate you guys for coming out here and giving such a wonderful speech. I was, fortunate again to visit Whitney High School, and something I did get to have a conversation with your principal. Is Whitney students are everywhere in the community. They're involved. They participate. On top of having very high academic success, they also are leaders in the community. So you guys are just another example of that. Thank you.
Vice President Say.
My son was 2003 ASB president, Gary Tse.
Thank you, Sophia. Alex and Eunice, I just want to thank you again for the wonderful report. Keep up the academics and have a great school year. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next we have employee representative reports. Mr. Ray Gear. No report today. Thank you, sir. Public comments. Clerk Nishii.
Yes, persons wishing to address the board should fill out a card located at the table at the door and place it in silver tin. Speakers will be called in sequence during the public comments section, which is limited to 1 hour, and each speaker to one presentation of 5 minutes, unless the board wishes to waive the time limit. Those who have a group concern are encouraged to select a spokesperson to address the board. Persons wishing to address the board on a specific agenda item at the time the item is under discussion are limited to 5 minutes each and will be called to speak following the staff comments and prior to the board's discussion and taking action. Adverse remarks about a person's race, ancestry, ethnic group or identification, religion, color, national origin, sex, sexual orientation, gender, mental or physical disability, or age may not be made. Please avoid remarks or charges which reflect upon the character, motives, qualifications, or ability of any school district employee. Concerns presented to the board will be followed up and addressed by the appropriate staff. Speaker number 1 is Sam Desai. That'll be followed by Martin Flax.
So I have some notes, but first of all, hello, my name is Sam Desai. I'm a parent. I have not been here in front of you, Superintendent Gina Zedlo and Trustee Area 7 member Francisco Noyola. I have had pleasure of speaking with you before, and congratulations, Mr. Brad Beach. So this school season have started, and so far, I feel it's just amazing. I had 2 high schools with PTAs. Been working so hard, and to see high schoolers say that PTAs can be successful, it's like, yes. So congratulations to all the parents out there who are making things work, show that, we can do impossible. So thank you for that. Furthermore, I'm going through the consent calendar, and is there any public speaking allowed per line item? We have 14 of them. Do I get 5 minutes per line item? No, we won't do that. All right, so move on. Tomorrow, October 4th. Do you know what that day is? Whitney folks are not here, but some of you. It's Women in Robotics Day. International Women in Robotics Day. And the first Southern California chapter is opening up. So those of us who loves our children to learn about robotics and have programs, please tell them to pay attention to that. On October 7th, we have a regional Artesia Diversity Festival. And here I want to thank the board as well as ABC Unified School District and supporting small not-for-profit organizations through various contribution of time and resources. We really, really appreciate that. Thank you. We took a survey with the kids. I know how board likes right information. So we asked students of ABC Unified School District that we need to measure the success of our board and give me some ideas. So sports, 20 students, average score, great. Something like Rose Bowl is going along, so people are excited. Thank you, board, for doing whatever magic you do behind the scenes. And teachers, apparently you guys are doing a great job too. Well, congratulations. It's really good to see that. PTA folks, remember there is something called PTA Dad. It's a great resource on social media. Student leadership, whoever was here who spoke, we do this so our students have a voice. And this year we can make a prediction that we are going to push our limits. We are going to have fun. We are going to get up. We are going to learn how to use new technology. So Trustee Area 3, Ernie Nishi, said thank you to those of you who sacrificed Measure BB money and get us the technology. We have it. We get to learn how to use it. And overall, there was one complaint, which is about grades. And this is serious. So I asked a bunch of students, and this is my last comment, as to what is your number one challenge. It came down to how we look at the grades. It was interesting to go at GAR, Artesia, Cerritos High School, talking to freshmen, speaking to sophomore, talking to troublemakers who are in junior and senior years, and the grade was number one reason. And I sat down with them. They drink too much coffee nowadays. I sat down with them. You know what was the answer? Mostly do not do their own homework. So it wasn't deflected back to the teachers. You guys are doing an amazing job. After school hours until 6 or 7, you guys are doing an amazing job. Students, if you're listening, do your homework. You have resources, you have friends, you have network in ABC Unified School District. So thank you and have a great year. Thank you.
I'll call up fellow optimist Martin Flax, followed by Janet Beach, a parent.
Thank you for letting us speak tonight. Brad Beach and Gina Zetlow, thank you very much for what you do. I want to talk about ABC Unified Schools District, about a lot of things that maybe people aren't aware of. The Optimist Club works very closely with ABC Unified School District to run many events. And some of the people we interface with are just phenomenal people. People like Sasha Leonardo, who, I'm not sure what her job title is, but she seems to do everything. She helps us coordinate our essay contests, our oratorical contests, and some other things. And the person who's really outstanding is Tina Porter. And I'm not sure everybody knows about Tina Porter. She's the school social worker. And we are working with her to expand the ABC Cares program. And she and her staff, including Martha Martinez, do a wonderful job. Their hearts are really in it, and they're helping the kids that really need it the most. The kids in Hawaii, mostly kids in Hawaiian Gardens, who don't have the resources to go to school. They buy clothes, they buy shoes, they buy supplies, so these kids can get an education, so they're prepared to go to school. And that is the big program that the Optimist Club supports. Just to give you some numbers, and also Scott Smith is a big supporter of us as well. He's been very helpful connecting us to all the right people. The Cerritos Optimist Club this year donated about $25,000 directly to ABC Unified School District. 15,000 of it was to the ABC Cares program alone, and the other money went to all our other events like the essay, the oratorical, youth appreciation, the track meet, the basketball skills test, and 75% of all the money we donate into the community, 75% of it goes to ABC School District. And And the people who we work with are just phenomenal. They put in a lot of time. They show up at our events, and we appreciate that very much. So I just wanted to make everybody aware, if people are watching this or people that are not familiar with these people, they do a tremendous job behind the curtain. You never see them, but they do a lot of good things for the district. I give them a lot of credit. And that's all I have to say now. We are having a fundraiser coming up, and I just wanted to make everybody aware of it. Our president, Ron Glassman, is here. Yeah. Oh, he's right behind me. Okay, but basically, Janet Beach is going to talk a little bit about our fundraiser for those of you who aren't aware of it. Thank you.
Good evening, Board. Hello, President Beach. Nice to see you. Dr. Zietlow and board members. I'm Janet Beach, a proud member of the Cerritos Optimist Club and a former 30-year teacher in the district. I know firsthand about students in the district who need our help because I had a student in my English class, 9th grade English class, at Cerritos High School who I found out was living in his car. And I never would have known, he was such a nice boy, so polite, and I just never would have known it. In order to help students like this, the Optimist Club is having a fundraiser. Here's our flyer. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Did you give them copies?
Not yet.
Okay, he has
I have
copies.
copies here.
Okay, we're having a fundraiser to raise money to help low-income students in ABC. We would like to invite all of the board members, and as well as teachers, staff, community, everyone, to attend our masquerade ball. It's on October 28th at 6 p.m. at the Sheraton Cerritos. And I know President Beach and Ernie Nishi are already planning to attend, right? And I think Dr. Zietlow is going to be a speaker. Is that correct? So it's going to be a wonderful night of dancing, maybe. I don't know. Dancing? Okay. And you may win some prizes. And tickets are $100 each, and the proceeds will go, of course, to the ABC Cares program. Formal attire or semi-formal attire is recommended with a mask, but not necessary, but it will add to the festivity, of course. And there will be performances by different ABC musical and dance groups from various schools. So we hope to see everyone there, and please come out and support our club and your students. Thank you. Did you want to say something?
Hello. I was just installed last Friday as the president of the upcoming year for the Optimist Club of Cerritos, Ron Glassman, and I wanted to let you know that our hearts go out to the children of ABC, and we do all we can to raise as much money as we can for the children. And it's so easy to do this when I have co-members such as Marty and Janet to help. So thank you for your support in our upcoming fundraiser. If you've purchased a table on behalf of the school board, that's great. If you purchase individual tickets, that's great. Otherwise, we have tickets here tonight. Once again, we're supporting the children. If you could help us support the children, that would make it easier. Thank you.
Before you go, we have a couple comments, Vice President Say. Okay. Okay, well then, I'll make a comment. I want to thank the Optimist Club for being here. You do a lot for our district. This is the first meeting my mom's attended. I want to say thank you, and I love you. Okay, next public
So
comment.
quickly, I'm going to, recruiting our staff, all go together to support Optimist Club.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear quite right. What was the date again?
October 28th?
October 28th?
Yes.
Okay. And this benefits all of our students? I want to make sure.
Say that once again?
It helps the ABC school district? So the money that we put into that comes back to us? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Well, let me just comment on that. 75% of all the money we collect goes to the school district. All the monies we collect. We do give money to some of the churches for some of the families in need as well, but 75% of that goes. And as far as the ABC Cares program, $15,000 out of the $25,000 we gave out last school year went to ABC Cares. The rest went to the other programs like the essay contest, the oratorical contest, the track meet, the STEM events that we supported as well. So, yeah, most of it goes to the ABC Cares program. We're looking at expanding it because Tina's done such a great job getting support. This is something we want to continue to support as well.
Thank you, Marty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Celia Spitzer, followed by Dina Pryor.
Good evening. Before my prepared remarks, when I came, I mistakenly picked up the minutes from the last meeting and was glancing at them, and would like to thank Mr. Beach about his comments as President's report at the last meeting. I was not aware of those. I was deeply saddened and appalled when I read about Board Member Yu's speech at the September 5th board meeting, where she suggested that ABC parents should consider homeschooling their children or sending them to alternative schools. School board members are officially titled as trustees of their school district. The voters expect to be able to trust those people to act in a way that supports their public schools. This includes advocating for and encouraging ABC children to attend one of our many outstanding schools. Mrs. Yu did the exact opposite. Therefore, she does not deserve our trust, nor should she be a member of the ABC Board of Trustees. At any time, her comments, including those criticizing state-adopted curricula as well as elements of the California Education Code, would have been unconscionable. In view of ABC's declining enrollment, a situation not unique to our district, her words are even more concerning. Over a year ago, our school board directed and authorized the formation of an ad hoc advisory committee. This committee, of which I am a member, has been meeting since May to study this issue. It is taking into account many criteria in order to make a recommendation to the board next spring of how to prudently approach, among other things, the fiscal challenges of the ongoing enrollment decline. I was elected to the ABC board in 1999, which seems like ancient history to me now, and served until my retirement at the end of 2015. During those years, all of the board members were outspoken, enthusiastic cheerleaders for ABC. One of our goals was always to encourage and facilitate enrollment at our schools. Mrs. Yu, for you to suggest that ABC parents should consider alternatives to sending their children to our schools is counterproductive to maintaining and hopefully increasing the number of students at our schools. What you have said is harmful to our district and not in the best interest of anyone living here or planning to move to ABC, which they often do because of our outstanding schools. While I certainly understand and respect a parent's choice to send their child to a non-public school, particularly one with religious affiliation, I do not believe it is appropriate for a sitting board member to suggest from the dais at a public board meeting that parents not send their child to public school. Mrs. Yu, if you are not willing to promote attendance at our schools, or at least not to encourage parents to educate their children elsewhere, you should step down from the board so that the voters in your trustee area can elect someone who will. In closing, although she's not here tonight, I want to thank Dr. Rios for speaking out, not only as an ABC board member, but as a public school educator, in criticizing Mrs. Yu for being a board member who apparently does not believe in public school education. I hope that more of the board will speak out similarly tonight. And I'm going to have to leave soon because my daughter and son-in-law are on their way up from San Diego. Thank you.
Deanna Pryor. This will be followed by Ariana Mendoza. If you could come to the podium as well.
Good evening. Excuse Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen of the board, thank you so much for providing this space for us. This is great to have an opportunity to get a chance to speak to you. My name is Dina Pryor. You had it right the first time. It's tricky, I know. But my name is Dina Pryor. I'm the aquatics coach at Gar High School, and I'm here tonight as a voice of the aquatics athletes, both past and present, that couldn't make it tonight. I'm here to express confusion and disappointment felt by the athletes and parents and myself at the fact that despite having a program for decades, GAR still does not have a pool on campus. We don't have facilities. And we've also we've had a very successful program, have gone to CIF in both sports, water polo and swimming, and yet still no support on campus. It's very difficult for me to recruit members not having a pool on campus, and I understand that this may be a logistics issue. I'm not certain what the issue is, and that's why I'm here tonight, to get clarification and information from you guys so that we can potentially collaborate. I'm more than willing to do whatever you need to get a pool on campus for us. If it's a logistics or financial issue, I do have I've already drafted a business plan and I believe that it would be a highly successful and profitable program and facility for the athletes and the school district. So I'm just here tonight to start a conversation with you guys and just to get some answers as to why we don't have a pool on campus, and if there is an opportunity for us to possibly get one, let you know that I'm available to help make that happen for the kids. So that's pretty much it.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening, board members of ABC School District. Little nervous. I am a parent. I am a parent of Valeria Lascon, and my daughter is a swimmer. She's been swimming since she was a little girl. She's never liked ball, so I always thought, what is the best sport that she can do, and that is swimming. I'm here to represent my daughter and all the children, all the high schoolers from the past and the present. I'm also here to address the situation of the swimming pool. It's my understanding that ABC School District has 5 high schools, and out of the 5 high schools, only 1 high school has a pool. There is a concern for parents, voicing out for all the parents, that our school, Gar High School, I'm a past graduate from Gar High School, and I was here in the last meeting you guys had, so I know Ms. Zitlo was there when I was there, and it was great to hear that many of you are gladiators, just like myself, so I take a lot of pride that my daughter's also getting to go to Gar. We have a couple concerns in regards to the transportation. I feel that it's a little bit unfair that our coach has to be putting herself out there to be able to take our children to the practices from Gar High School to Artesia High School. I have a nephew that has to travel from his house in Norwalk, in Artesia, to Artesia High School, which is a little bit concerning that he is also can be in danger, the dangers that can happen from the traveling, either by walking, he rides his bike. I myself have to try to work around my schedule, and I know, and I voice this out for each of the parents, that they have to work out their schedule or they have to get out of work to be able to provide transportation for our children. I absolutely love and respect swimming. It's a great sport. It's a physical sport that helps out so many kids, and I feel like that we should have, we're here to advocate for a swimming pool. We want to be able to find solutions on what we can do and how we can support to be able to provide funding, find sponsors, anything that we can do to be able to get our children a swimming pool, so where they can practice during school time hours, also not affecting there's, their school, they have, my daughter in particular has all honors. So she has to, the transportation and the timing when she gets out of out of school, where the time that she's spending from getting out of school, getting home, changing, having to have something to eat really quick, having to drop her off at Artesia High School from 4 to 6 practice, and then we have to pick them up, and I voice this out for all the parents, they still have to get home, they still have to have dinner, they still have to shower, and then we're talking about 7:30 starting their homework. So these are things that we would love to be able to support and advocate. What can we do to help out to, in the near future, be able to provide a swimming pool? Because it's a little bit unfair that we have one pool, and it's my understanding Cerritos has used Artesia, GAR uses Artesia, and Artesia High School also uses their own school. I don't know about, I think Whitney as well, which it's great, but it interferes into, only having one pool limits a lot of our children. And it's great that we still offer water polo and swimming, and it's a great sport for our kids. So we're here to advocate and see what we can do. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Margaret Saito, followed by Kirit Chauhan.
ABC Unified School District Board of Trustees, thank you for the opportunity to speak. Members of the community, I wanted to make some notes on last September 19th minutes. It mentions that I commented that California is 42nd. It's in the nation, okay, not in the state. And public education, we're 42 out of 50. That's not high, that's low. We're in the bottom 10%, okay? And I said that California is experiencing declining enrollment. And also, I had mentioned about the cars. In the mornings, I noticed that families, they leave their children in front of GAR, and they have a tendency, they have all this red line, and they, right where there's not red, they all back up to leave the kids off. Can you have a safe place that maybe they can go around and drop the kids off in the mornings safely instead of just backing up on the street? There's got to be an easier way to do this, a safer way, because they're all backing up. They don't want to park in the red, they won't get a ticket. But any spot that is not red, they put a car there and they're dropping the kids off. And so they just hurry to get to that spot. So can you have like a designated area, for the parents? Just tell the parents, do not park here. Have a drop off and maybe a pickup spot. If you can consider that, I think it'd be a lot easier in the traffic too. Okay. And another item, on today's, on one of the items on the agenda is 3.14A. It has to do with curriculum. And I know that's not now, but I just wanted to find out, if I wanted to find out about what these books were like, if I wanted to read them, how would I go about doing it? I don't know. Do you make it public, these books, that in terms of the curriculum, that you approve, so that members of the community can read them, so we can go through them? If you do, how do you do? Is there a process? Do you post it on a website or something? I was just wondering, if I wanted to do that, how would I do that? Okay, and just to comment on, they want a pool. Okay, that costs money. Okay, as a taxpayer, our property taxes are almost double, okay? We pay it enough. We are losing people. We are losing taxpayers, okay? If you want to privately fund it, fine. But think of the cost. How many people are going to benefit from it, okay? The most important thing is that we have to educate to read, write, and math, and the use of technology, okay? That should be our priority. So we have to use our resources for that first. That means all the students are proficient and exceed grade level, okay? So when they do that, then I think the other things we can do. But I know that's important, swimming, but having a pool, because it's, would be nice, yeah, but it's going to cost millions, okay? And right now, you're really asking the taxpayers of this community to bear a lot, okay? We appreciate the schools, but hey, we're losing people. You're losing the tax base, okay? So anyway, I'd just like to consider that. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Chauhan, followed by Michelle Wolf.
Good evening, President Beach, board members, Superintendent Zietlow, Kurt Chauhan, retired educator, but I'm still a teacher at heart. So when I hear board members make comments, not only do I hear the words, I hear the intent behind it. So sometimes I feel like I have to come over here and say things that I need to say. Today, the word is woke. Woke is an adjective derived from African American vernacular English. It means to be alert to the racial prejudice and discrimination. Brother, you woke. You understand what's going on. In 2010, somehow, it became a broader term for all kinds of social inequities. If you look at the dictionary, it just says aware and actively attentive to the important societal facts and issues. Synonyms of woke: arise, awake, awaken, call. Since when did we teachers become woke? Why are we being blamed for the bullying on campus, the lack of motivation in the classroom, the abuse of TikTok and other social media platforms, failure to attend classrooms, bathroom vandalism, drug use on and off campus? Teachers did not do those things. Why are teachers being blamed? Simple. They're kind-hearted and they will not speak out. 70% of the teachers are female. You know exactly which group to bully. They are less likely to be engaged in political conversation. Dear board members, you are elected to meet the needs of all students. How does a conversation about the overreach of the governor, the State Board of Education, help to serve the needs of our students? We're not responsible for societal changes around us or the changing expectations of parents. We need to have those conversations, and I've said this before. We need to discuss those things. We're all different people. We value different things. No teacher is ever going to report to the parent that the child is transgender, non-binary, and I'll tell you why. I don't want to be guilty about what happens to that child behind a closed door. When you put us in the middle of that conversation, you're blaming like the teacher is responsible. We didn't create these things. These are societal changes. If you want to talk about the society that we live in.
don't put us in the middle of this conversation. There is a middle ground to be had. And the middle ground is this. If a teacher has to report it, let them report it just like any other abuse. Let it go to a hotline. Let them determine the validity or the safety of the student. Don't put it on our backs. Leave us out of these conversations. Let us do what we do best, which is teach, educate, inform, advise, and support the students that we have in our classroom. Thank you.
Thank you. That is all the. One more? Oh, sorry. Michelle Wolf, sorry.
Hi, that's okay. Hello, good evening. Last time I read some laws regarding, that have been in place about transgender. I'm just going to read a couple of them. In 2007, AB 395 promotes transsexual, bisexual, and homosexual indoctrination of students, parents, and teachers via anti-harassment materials. Parentheses, publications, circula, handouts, and postings on walls. All sexual lifestyles must be positively portrayed to students K through 12. This is a law that went in 2007. There's another one that went in place in 2010. SB 543 allows staff to remove children aged 12 and older from government schools and take them off campus for counseling sessions without parental permission or involvement. Recently, there's an AB 1078 that, doesn't notify parents of a child identifying as transgender. And there are 7 school districts in the state of California, Temecula, Orange, Chino, among them that if this goes into place, they're not going to follow it. So I urge you as ABC Unified to not follow that law. You don't need to follow it. It's unconstitutional. And you as a board, it's up to you whether you decide to follow it or not. So we will be watching you very closely. And then as far as the homeschooling, the school district offers home study, correct? Yes? So Miss Yu was just offering options to parents that are finding it difficult in the schools that they're in for a student to have an alternative way of teaching. So, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments? I don't see any others.
Come forward, please.
Oh.
Hello, good evening, right? Yeah, good evening, board. I am Annalyn Faro. I am a junior at Gar High School. I currently live in Norwalk. Yeah, I currently live in Norwalk, and I am part of the swim and water polo team. I am also the team captain. So, thank you. So I've been part of this program for about 5 years. I know high school's 4 years, but I've been part of this program for 5 years. I've loved this program. I want to continue this sport, swim and water polo in college. I want this to bring me around the world. And I'm very, very passionate about my sport, about my team, about the people that support me. And I'm really pushing for this pool to be made, because even if I go off and I have my own career and stuff like that, I still want to look back and be like, yeah, that generation has a pool because I helped them. They can now go to CIF like I did. Had flights, sorry. They now went to CIF like I did. They now have the opportunities to go out and achieve whatever they want to achieve with the scholarship of swimming. Swimming is very looked down upon. Water polo is very looked down upon because it is not one of those main sports like football or basketball. And so we, as a school, struggle with trying to spread our word of the sport. So with the pool in place, we could have people recognize us saying, yeah, we have a pool, yeah, we have a team, yeah, they're good, because we have a pool. Also, like what they said, sorry, I'm rambling, but the distance from Norwalk to Artesia is pretty big. if you have to go from Guard to home to get ready, then back to Artesia. And gas, I don't pay it. You guys do, but it's a big one. It's a doozy. So for a pool to be in place, it would create a lot less hassle for the parents, for the students. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for your time. Have a good night.
Thank you. Takes a lot of guts to do that. Are there any? One more? Okay.
Sorry. I was a little nervous the
Oh,
first time,
did-
but I want to go ahead and.
Did you already speak?
Yes,
Well, we'll have a second public comment section.
which means I can speak or I can't.
It would be after we finish the agenda.
Oh, okay, perfect. I just wanted to go ahead and answer her concerns about full.
Thank you. Okay, no more public comment right now?
Not at this point.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to the consent calendar. May I have a motion to approve the consent calendar?
So moved by Sophia.
Second, Nishi.
Is there anybody that wishes to remove an item or have any question answered before we vote? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Action items, 1.2A. May I have a motion to adopt Resolution 2307, Red Ribbon Week, October 23 through 31, 2023?
So moved by Sophia.
Seconded by Noyola.
All right, we have a resolution here. I wanted to read a few of the whereases and the conclusion. Red Ribbon Week this year will be October 23 through 31, 2023. And my uncle, Henry Lozano, actually started the Red Ribbon Week back in 1985 when his good friend, Kiki Camarena, a drug enforcement agent, was murdered in Mexico. And he's brought me along into this organization. I serve on the International Red Ribbon Movement Campaign Committee as a board director. And it's the longest running drug program in the country and internationally. I'm very proud of that. So whereas the ABC Unified School District has committed resources to ensure the success of the Red Ribbon campaign, whereas the ABC Unified School District recognizes the current crisis throughout the country and sees the importance of educating students and staff on the dangers of drug use, whereas the ABC Unified School District has certified and approved to properly purchase and store naloxone, which is Narcan, at our secondary schools and has trained staff at all the middle schools and high schools to administer it in an emergency situation. Now therefore, be it resolved that the ABC Unified School District Board of Education does hereby support October 23 through 31 as Red Ribbon Week and Drug-Free America Week and encourages its students, parents, and staff to participate in drug awareness and drug education activities, making a visible statement that we are strongly committed to drug-free, violence-free, healthy lifestyles. And be it further resolved that the ABC Unified School District Board of Education encourages all citizens to pledge to be kind to your mind, live drug-free. Approved and adopted on this third day of October 2023 by the Board of Education of the ABC Unified School District. And I'll just say one thing further to all you parents in the audience and watching. It's never too young to talk to your children about the dangers of alcohol and drugs. If you haven't had that talk, I suggest that you do. Kids are doing things earlier and earlier, and I talk to my 9-year-old and 11-year-old about it. I talked to them for years about it. I encourage everybody watching to have that tough conversation at home with your children. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. 1.3A, Resolution 2308 to oppose Assembly Bill 1699. Superintendent and staff recommend. Staff believes that AB 1699 is not best for the district. The reason this is on the agenda is that the California School Board Association opposed this legislation. They're in charge of all the school boards across the entire state. So I asked staff about the potential impact on our district. And Dr. Zietlow, would you like to say a few words?
Sure. We believe as a staff that if AB 1699 is signed by the governor, it would not be in the best interest of our district. It would eliminate local control for classified hiring. It would completely change our hiring process. It would be less efficient. It's already challenging to hire classified staff, and it can impact our ability to provide the best services for our students.
Okay, thank you. Clerk Nishi, are there any public comments on this item?
I do not see any.
Okay. Let's first do a motion. May I have a motion to approve this resolution?
So move. Second, Sue.
Okay. Clerk Nishi, are there any public comments?
I don't see any.
Okay, Clerk Nishii.
So I just had a really quick thing. I'd like to amend the motion to add on, not just to request that the resolution be sent to the governor, but also to our local assembly and state senator, because those are also decision makers in this particular situation. The issue is local control, and although maybe we agree with many of the things that are in this, it's an issue of, does somebody in Sacramento know everything there is in our school district? Is one size fit all? And we're hopeful that the governor and the state legislature understand that one size does not fit all. We are all trying to do our best for our kids in the ways we know best, and I think we would be the best situated to make those decisions. So that's my only comment.
Thank you, Clerk Nishii. Danielle, who did you have making the motion? I heard both of them at almost the same time. Okay. Vice President Say, do you accept that addition to the motion?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, is there any more public or comment from the board? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. 3.13A, may I have a motion to approve request to contract with Lego Brand Retail, Inc., DBA Lego Education US to provide ABC XL's expanded learning after-school staff, professional learning, and approximately 1,025 TK through second grade students, Lego kits, and STEAM lessons for the 23-24 school year. May I have a motion, please?
So moved by Sophia.
Seconded by Noyola.
Dr. Castro.
Thank you, President Beach. I'm excited to bring this forward to the board as part of our ABC Excels program, where all of our students in ABC Excels grades TK to second grade will be able to experience the fun and joy of learning through Legos. I know that's something personally my son loves, so this is exciting to see that we can get this started with our young children here in ABC. This contract allows us to not only train for staff, provides the kits and equipments, but also provides follow-up opportunities for our staff and our students.
Thank you, Dr. Castro. I'll bring it back to the board if there's any questions.
I don't see any public comment on this one.
No public comment? Okay, any board questions? Clerk Nishii.
My only comment is I would love to have you brought some of the Legos out for us to actually see and play with, because it's been many years since I played with the Legos. But it's part of, our intellectual curiosity to be able to have these additional resources. It's not just books. It's these other manipulatives that will help us really excel in math and science and our next generation. So thank you for bringing this item forward.
Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0. 3.14A, staff has requested that the public hearing and adoption of Resolution 2309 for textbooks and instructional materials compliance and approval for certification of provision for standards aligned instructional materials with Education Code 60119, grades K through 12, fiscal year 23-24, be pulled to be considered at the October 17, 2023 board meeting. Okay. Let's first check, is there any public comment?
There is a public comment. Kirit Chauhan. However, also note that we pulled this particular item.
Board members, even though we've pulled this item, let's be very clear what the intent of Ed Code 60119 is. That is to assure every student has standards aligned instruction material assigned to them. Assigned means that they know that they have it. They are free to take it home. It is not based on homework. So in many districts, so where's the list of materials? I want to see every book. This allays the question that one of the other speakers was asking about. What is the instruction material for kindergarten, first grade, for English, history, social studies, science? What are the materials you're using for labs at high schools? What are the world languages that you're offering? What is the textbook being used? This was a lawsuit that was brought by ACLU. And the reason for this is very simple. If you could not teach a child, or the child was absent, or they have poor attendance, at least they would have a book or resources by which they can continue to learn. It is about access to learning. That's what this resolution is about. So you've already missed the deadline, so there will be a consequence to that, but it is not as punitive as you might think. I know this because I used to enforce this. So when it comes to it, what is the material? Because if we ensure that the material is in the hand of student and the parents know what it is, the parents can support it. I know that there are groups over here with after-school learning program. They know they can then support it as well. So if you use electronic, it doesn't matter. Students need to have this on the first day. That's according to ACLU. That is not practical. We need to get it to them within the first week. They need to have access to it. So please make sure everyone has access to the instruction material. And I am looking forward to seeing that list so that parents' concerns are laid. And that applies to it. Teacher does not have the right to choose their own material. They can only use the material that you approve. It is the school board that determines. Teachers are free to teach in a manner that meets the students, but the material is determined by the school board. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have consensus from the board to pull this item? Move it to October 17? I'm seeing head nods, yes, all five? Okay, so that'll be on the next agenda. All right, information item 1.41, Quarterly Williams Settlement Compliance Report for July through September 2023. Dr. Zietlow.
Thank you. In our review of materials, July 1 to September 30th of this year, there were no complaints received for the quarter in any of the areas of instructional materials, facilities, or teacher vacancies and misassignments. Therefore, there were no complaints to resolve or unresolved at this time.
Thank you, Dr. Zietlow. Moving on to board member reports. Vice President Say.
Thank you, President. I'll be real quick. September 16, I attended Chinese Senior Club at Pat Nixon Senior Club for luncheon. September 24, attending the Whitney High School PTA Welcome New Student luncheon too. And then same time, I attending a teacher library fundraising. At the end, the last week, City of Cerritos has a Lenten Festival. I attend that, and that was really great. That will be my report for visit the sites.
Thank you, Vice President. Clerk Nishii.
Really quick, I got to go to GAR and experience their announcement regarding the Rose Parade. That is an awesome thing that happened. I remember when GAR had won all the awards, I was like, what are you guys going to do next? And they've really exceeded all expectations, along with Cerritos and Artesia also being part of that great honor. I attended the Lunar Harvest Festival. That was also very much enjoyable. I got to attend something called Californians Together, which I didn't know existed, and it's for English language learners. And it's an amazing whole, almost society, a whole different language of group of people that are advocating for English language learners and talking about advocating for bilingual seal of education. Amazing to help teachers get additional resources to teach language and teach, like we have the Mandarin things that we want to do. They're helping with that. They're also helping newcomers, new people that are just brand new to the country. So that was a great eye-opening experience, and I think they can be effective and helpful to our district in terms of providing resources for our English language learners, which we have a significant portion. CSBA, there's also some issues. We're going to have obviously something in November about safety and security, and about how to address the change in our issues regarding math that we need to address. I encourage people to attend the declining enrollment committee. We have them, and he's going to announce it, but this is really going to be important from the entire community. You should be out here to see what your priorities are when we make these decisions regarding our very scarce public resources on schools. And then lastly, talking about scarce public resources, but having the community to support us. I also encourage this entire community to attend. Everybody in this room can attend. I don't know, it was October 28th. I think we all have that date free. It's inexpensive, and it really literally goes back to us. I mean, if you put $1 into education, if you put $1 into these foundations that help our kids, it all comes back to our property values. It all comes back to us in safety. It all comes back to us in richness. And having a rich community where we are donating, but we're going to get it all back and then some, because we've put faith in our kids that they can do it. Going to that ribbon cutting for the media center, I was saying the same thing. You know, it's a vision that our kids know that we value them. They see this beautiful facility that we're paying taxes for. People that never get to go and grace those doors are paying for our kids to have a facility. And I think that's a wonderful thought and a great way to go forward in their future. So thank you.
Board Member Noyola.
Thank you, President Beach. I just had some quick updates. September 26th, I did attend the mental health professionals training, or in group with Ms. Tina Porter and Dr. Lozano. We discussed different situations on each campus and the different challenges, but how they're working together with admin to resolve them. On September 28th, I attended a community intervention group in Hawaiian Gardens, and we discussed school safety and how the community can work outside the schools to support our parents and students. On September 29th, I attended the Artesia High School homecoming game, and it was a great turnout. Glad to see all the families come and support their students, and it was just a great time. And today I attended, like I mentioned earlier, Whitney High School. So, and that is my updates.
Thank you. Board Member Suyu.
Thank you, President Beach. I didn't really prepare a comment because I had to take my mom to emergency last night. She almost passed away. She's like, my daughter was saying how she has 9 lives. So excuse me for my voice, really under the weather because I didn't get to sleep. You know, I really appreciate some of the comments that was made today, especially kids. It is true, it's a societal problem. I raised 4 daughters, and times have changed so much, and children are under a lot of influence. And it is true, it's a society issue, and it shouldn't be on the blame. The teachers and educators should not be blamed, because they're not the ones who made the law. But even the board members, most of us here, are not even aware of some of the laws that are passed every week and it's signed into law. But one thing I know with my common sense is that 13, 14-year-olds shouldn't be making their medical decisions without parents' involvement. That's my main thing. Raising 4 daughters, being a pastor's wife, I'm gravely concerned. That was my main thing. And also I want to make some correction on former board member, with all respect, Celia Spitzer's comments on the comments that I made on September 19 or 18. That I actually praised ABC. I'm an advocate of ABC wherever I go, because I'm actually very proud of the many educators. We have fine principals, our cabinet members. Really, really, I highly respect them. Nonetheless, every parent should have their own choices and their rights. As I have homeschooled all my 4 girls before I came on the school board. Not because ABC was not excellent, that was just my personal choice, my religious, my values. But after 3-4 years of elementary school with my work schedule, I sent them all to public school, Carmenita, Cerritos, Whitman. They all did fine. I appreciate very much. So I'm not against our school district at all. In fact, I'm very proud of our district because our district is actually have, really common sense educators who do their best. And they try their best and filter as much as they can, given in compliance with the law, compared to other districts. And I mentioned this many times because it is true. Because when you go out into the public, you have young parents in tears. They're torn. They're fearful. There's fears in their eyes because of the societal issues and all the laws that are passed down, But I trust our ABC educators, and I know that ABC will stand strong because we have great people. We have great educators. And we have to understand that it really shouldn't fall on the teachers and the administrators who are only in compliance with the law. What I'm addressing is
what's wrong with the law? Why are they mandating? That is my point. And I always praised how the collaboration, you know, who cares what's going on with the rest of the world with the union? I know that our district, because of the relationship and the collaboration, we were able to stand strong and weather through the difficult times, through the COVID and, you know, so forth, right? So we have that mutual trust. We can agree to disagree. So I have to respectfully disagree with a lot of comments that, you know, board member Celia Spitzer made. And let me tell you, I do represent the constituents of my district, of our ABC, because ABC has parents who love their children, who have common sense, and who would do anything to really protect their kids. Just as my mom, you know, as an immigrant, she only came to my graduation. She wasn't involved with my education at all. But you know what? I'm going to take care of the woman who came to this country as an adult, who worked in factory, who doesn't have any retirement, nothing. You know what I'm saying? We have to address the issues and be real. And I'm not really being political at all. I'm just talking about real issues here. And this is what we have to face with, we are faced with together. And yeah, declining enrollment, of course, it's not just our district issue, but actually our district is doing better, above better, than many of the other higher socioeconomic districts. I know we're doing better for a fact. And I always advocate that. And also, homeschool. Actually, ABC offers independent learning, virtual learning. And I even mentioned that last time. In fact, I got an email from one of the parents who wanted to inquire about that, the K-12 program that we offer. Okay, so Brian Hughes, I know that he has a record of putting words into my mouth, taking words out of context, lying, slander, division. We need to stop that, because as we are going through difficulty, we need to stick together and work together. That is all of my comments. Thank you, President.
All right, we have some announcements. The next regular board meeting will be Tuesday, October 17, here at 7 p.m. Committee meetings, school facilities, capacities, and declining enrollment, Wednesday, October 18 at 6 p.m. Diversity, Unity, and Equity Committee meeting, Thursday, October 19 at 6 p.m. Strategic Planning, Tuesday, October 24 at 6 p.m. Legislative Policy Committee, Monday, October 25 at 6:30 p.m. Finance and Audit, Thursday, October 26 at 6 p.m. Special events, like Dr. Zietlow mentioned, ABC Community Showcase will be Saturday, October 7, this Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at Artesia High School. It's a parent leadership conference, school showcase, and college and career fair. Second public comment section, Clerk Nishii.
Yes, this is the chance. Second public comments.
Thank you for your time.
Please state your name for the record. Thank you.
Ariana Mendoza. I just wanted to let her know that I do concur with her on the drop-off situation. So I do acknowledge, but I also wanted to go ahead and give you some facts of how important it is for these sports, for our children, for our students. The advantages of having a swimming pool for swimmers. Students can join swim teams, enhancing their athletic abilities and competitive spirit. It enhances their physical fitness. It will encourage including cardiovascular health, muscle strength, and flexibility. It will also be advantage of water safety education, giving an opportunity for water safety classes as a crucial life skill. It will also be a recreational advantage to have pools, activities, relaxation, and stress relief for students and staff. It will also have an advantage of having the high school having pools to accommodate a wider range of physical education classes and extracurricular activities. Pools can be used for hydrotherapy and rehab for students that have had injuries. Aquatic education can also have the advantage of having swimming pools support aquatic education, including lifeguard certification and water-related courses. And event hosting. Schools can host swim meets, competitions, community events, fostering school spirit and community engagement. Year-round, having a pool allows for a lot of events to be done during the school year, and most importantly, college opportunities. A school with a swimming pool may help students pursue swimming scholarship for college admissions, which is my daughter's goal as well. And having a swimming pool at high school can enhance the overall education experience and promote physical and mental well-being for students and staff. It is the fact that being in a sport can also improve focus and cognition. And lastly, most importantly, I want to go ahead and say that a high school student, especially female students, which I take pride in, which is my daughter and myself, who play sports are less likely to drop out. And this is the reason why it is very important to take into consideration the swimming pool for our students, to help our high school to grow and to encourage more students to have this, this sport that helps overall everything focus mentally and physically. And it's actually the sport that has less impact on a student's body. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dina Pryor, guard aquatics coach. I just want to address one more time, clarify the financial concern. If you guys need investors or donors, I have numerous contacts. I'm not worried about that issue at all. Again, I feel confident that I can make this happen. So I'm not really concerned with that. You guys just reach out to me. Really, all I really want is just permission to break ground. And then I can coordinate the rest. Pretty much, I already have a vision. I have a plan in place. And I just wanted to let you guys know that. Then the last thing I want to say is just I did not mean to discount the importance of education. Any of my parents will tell you that I support the schools or the athletes in their academics and do not force the students to prioritize athletics over academics. And I myself, the only reason I am so passionate about this project is because I myself was a honor roll student. I was on the president's list, the dean's list in college, but it was swimming and water polo that really enabled me to handle the stresses, the emotional stress of life and school and just everything that we have to deal with. This sport has just saved my life over like 3 times. I'm 44 years old and absolutely it has saved my life 3 times, given me focus and something to get up for. So again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Michelle Wolf. These meetings that you said, these are for public people? I mean, we can attend them?
Yes.
The meetings? Okay. And then the answers to a question regarding the curriculum, how do we find that? Or where do we go to find that?
We need your information and then staff can reach out.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
One last quick comment. Ms. Yu, it's not just aimed at just at you, but it is important that we have these difficult conversations. If we are to make ABC better, we may not agree, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, you're still my neighbor. We still live in the same town. We're still going to share the same resources. So having difficult conversation is how we improve anything. Lexus didn't become Lexus by focusing on what they did well. They became better by focusing on what they did not do well. What components were not working? We can make this better. And Dr. Zietlow, I'm glad that you are advocating for legislation. It is so often that districts do not speak up for pending legislation. I wish we would. When I worked at LACO, we used to have a person stationed, and in fact they still do, who goes to these meetings to advocate, because the legislators really do not understand the impact of legislation that they write. They do it with good intentions, but the impact is very difficult when it comes to actual implementing it at the ground level. Thank you.
Okay, with regard to a pool, I understand that, is it Artesia High School that has the pool? Is that the one? Okay, and GAR wants it, okay. Then, this seems to be an equity issue then, because GAR wants their own pool, okay? But if you let a pool for GAR, then Cerritos is going to go, hey, what about us? Maybe what you need to decide is this so important that we need to spend the resources? Because I know you had talked about an aquatic center, expanding the pool to make it like Olympic size so that you could have competitions and accommodate more people. And maybe what the issue is that, because financially, I don't know if we have the resources, because we have this bond issue. Do we have the money in the bond issue to put it all pool in each of the high schools? And what about Whitney? Maybe they want their own pool too, because I think it's an equity thing. If we give one to one, then we have to give one to the other. Okay? You have to prioritize these things. Does GAR want to give up something instead of have a pool? Maybe there's things we're going to fix at GAR. So instead of spending $2 or $3 million fixing up something, you give them a pool. But if you give them a pool, then Cerritos is going to want a pool. Okay? Maybe we need to prioritize that water polo program in one school. Maybe make it everybody go to Artesia. That's where we focus. No, I'm not kidding. Because if we want to get this aquatic center, if we put it in Artesia, if that's where the space they want to have it, then maybe that would justify the resources. Because you have to look at the cost basis, okay? Whether there's going to be significant enough participation, who it's going to benefit, okay? Because my concern really is if we have students that cannot read, that cannot do math, I know there are people out there that can't make change, okay? So that is where the resources should go, okay, as far as I am concerned. Because everybody should be excelling, should be thriving, okay? And that means above grade level, as far as I'm concerned, okay? And if we don't have people doing that, then sports is less a priority to me, okay? Because that's why I pay taxes, okay? And I know water polo is important, but if we give one to GAR, are we willing to give one to Cerritos if they want it? Okay, so that's something you have to think about. You got to prioritize these things, but you're going to ask the taxpayers. They better. This is not Beverly Hills, okay, people. We don't have that kind of money. We're losing taxpayers, okay. So please think about this, okay. It's nice, but if we give it to one, should we give it to another one? Okay? Just something to think about. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sam Desai. Thank you for the second opportunity to address the board. And before we get into politics, guys, you want poll, you gotta make sure I win, yeah? It's a serious conversation we are having about finances, taxes, and what I appreciated is everyone able to speak. Now, I know pool people, you've been coming here for a while, and I know politicians who are sitting there promises you things. We are right in between. We gotta talk to each other. And what I appreciate is you're willing to come up with a solution where the burden is not on our school district. And you have opinions. There are resources for you, and I'm addressing everyone. One of the resources is a local newspaper, Cerritos newspaper. I don't know that newspaper has bashed anyone. Do you know? I don't think so. So count on it as your friend and subscribe and send your recommendations, suggestions. Let's see how we can get more people to conversate. Thank you. Now, one thing we have to agree is to disagree. I'm not the first person who have asked trustee member Area 2 to resign. I won't be the last. But how come everyone wants you to resign? I mean, you want us to trust your common sense. But I can only trust your common sense if you can keep your word with me. Would you agree? Do you remember? Last year, year before, same conversations. What you say is not real. It's just something you make up to please your trustee area voters, not rest of us. I honor you, I respect you, you're my neighbor. I even offered to come over to your house and speak about diversity. Just remember that. Not everyone is after you. But if you create this wall, we don't have a choice but to break it down or replace you. And it's easier if people are going to feel comfortable of able to come and speak to you, right? Now, we have different ad hoc committees that each one of you have asked your volunteers to go and be part of that committee. You know, when Measure BB happened, a lot of people who were not here, I was there. And I had my friends, my neighbors, your friends, your neighbors, people who supported you, volunteer to sit in those committees. And what I learned is my committee members need to feel safe, and that individuals who are appointed by superintendent as well as union does not overshadow them. Cerritos newspaper is a great place to send your opinions because we are safe, we don't attack, and what I expect is my city, Cerritos, and our representatives, we are united with individuals who are outside Cerritos, like Artesia. They are not here, but we have something called Artesia newspaper. Now, guys, do you remember any newspaper called Artesia newspaper attacking anyone? No. So please subscribe, send us your information. And what we want to do is in strategic planning when it comes to ABC, Unified School District, to start talking about ways how we are going to address declining enrollment, because we do need to address it. One final thing, for Legislative Policy Board Advisory Committee and for Finance and Audit Bit Advisory Committee members. We have been collecting a lot of economic development data from surrounding cities. That means 6 cities for ABC Unified School District. I'm part of local, not-for-profit places. We talk to people, and all of us really want to support this school district remain number 1, remain relevant, and show up as unified. If someone is asking a member to resign, I understand. But if everyone is asking to resign, rest of the board, you do have to have conversations as to what people really want.
Thank you.
I'm here, remember, Cerritos newspaper, safe place for everyone. Thank you.
Okay, seeing no more public comment, we'll move for adjournment. May I have a motion?
So moved by Sophia.
Second, Nishi.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Good night, everybody.